On the golf course, houses on the beach, houses on the lake, and houses on the street. I just made that up.
Yeah,
We're not looking at houses on the street.
Well, all the houses are on the street.
So.
Alright guys, welcome back to our channel. It has been a while since we've done like a whole on live life update.
And yet it has gone by like
So fast. I feel like I just did a life update, but that was kind of our moving situation per se. And now we've been vlogging, but we haven't like been consistently vlogging. So I have,
trying to get back.
Yeah, I have a lot of videos I need to update, but I feel like some of them are like here and there. So I figured we'll just sit down. We're gonna kind of talk about what we've been up to, and then we'll insert parts of it into this video. And then you guys will be on track for tomorrow's video because it's exciting. So, where do we start, Lewis? The last thing is...
Well, it's always good to start where you left off. And I think where we left off is...
Your parents moved out.
Yeah. And now it's been like a month.
Yeah.
And we're empty nesters, and we know how it feels now. Our kids have like...
Gone off to college.
Yeah, they're married. 2 of them are married. But no, actually, you know, it's looking that far ahead and thinking like, what would our lives look back like if we were still here in this house? And I shared with Nicole my philosophy of I had the 64.5 beautiful Mustang. I sold it so
to
I
go to
could
Europe.
Go to Europe for a month and a half. But I always have that memory of the Mustang. If I still had that Mustang now, I would have never probably gone to Europe. So that's kind of what we're thinking now is we want to...
So let's give them a little what happened. Because originally, about maybe 2 months ago, we decided that we wanted more land. Probably...
Yeah.
I mean, we've been in quarantine for a while, so...
No, it's all just kind of coming together.
Probably in April, we decided we wanted more land. So how long has that been?
4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months.
We're getting on our 5th month.
So we wanted more land. We wanted a place to raise our children and have more land for our kids in the backyard. We actually traveled down to outside of Austin, between Austin and San Antonio, and we looked at a bunch of homes, and we absolutely love the area. I think if we were planning on staying in Texas, that's where we would go.
Although, if you've heard, Tesla's moving down to Austin.
Yeah.
They did decide on that, which means the infrastructure of that traffic system, I mean, not like Tesla's gonna bring another 1 million people there, but that just showcases Austin being a big hub and a big hotspot right now.
And Austin's booming.
It's booming,
The city part of it is booming, and people are moving outside of it, and it's really gorgeous there. You have a lot of hills. It's the hill country.
Yeah.
Here in Dallas, it's very flat. It is very flat. Like
miles and miles of miles.
Yeah.
And miles
All we see is rooftops.
Flat.
You have once in a while you'll see some greenery of trees, but most of them they've actually taken down because they can make a lot more money with building a house there. So
apartment complexes going way up.
Yeah. And so when we went down there, we loved how much acreage you could get, and then we also loved how hilly it was. Like, no home was the same out in the hill country. Everything was different.
All custom, yeah.
It's all custom. Like you have your PUDs, which are
planned unit developments, like cookie cutter neighborhoods where you're driving through and you're like, wow, this is all the same.
And so then we got to looking at houses. We met with a realtor down there. He's absolutely awesome. He's
cool.
Showed us so many houses.
Shout out to Tyler. What's up, dude?
Even to today. I mean, we'll insert some video of us seeing some houses out there. to give you guys some perspective of what we were looking at.
And if you're moving to Austin, let us know. We'll hook you up with Tyler.
He's awesome. Really awesome.
Very knowledgeable.
Yes, and knows the area. That's where he's from. So he knows the area like the back of his hand. And then we came home and we continued pursuing Austin, outside of Austin, but then we also pursued other states, and we started thinking like, where do we really want to be? Because this is the first time in our entire married life that we could literally live wherever we wanted.
It kind of occurred to us that we don't have to stay here. We don't have to stay in Texas. You know, I'm licensed pretty much throughout the country, so the beauty of it is we can go to any of the states that I'm licensed in.
And it made us realize it while we've been in quarantine, like, we're in quarantine.
So much bigger.
Yeah, and we don't have to be here. Because when Lewis and I met, we lived in Arizona. Then we moved out here for work because he got a job with my father. And so he had to be here. Obviously, this is where my dad's licensed. So he had to be in Texas. And now that he's doesn't work for my father and he has his own branch, he doesn't have to be here in Texas. Now he will always have a branch here in Texas.
Yeah,
so
we're still running strong.
Yeah, his parents live out here now, and his brother and sister-in-law live here, and so we'll always come back here. But we started thinking about all the different states. And I just kind of I want us to say a couple states that we've looked at that we actually kind of...
Well, right away we determined, like, what do we not want?
Yeah.
And I lived in Alaska. I like the mountains. I'm not fond of cold, though. I'm just not fond of being cold.
And I love to visit cold, like a good
nice little vacation. Who doesn't?
Yeah, a snow vacation, perfect. But to live there, no. I don't want to be in the snow all the time. I love like
always having to bundle up for everything.
Yeah. We're like hot. I mean, I'm from Arizona, so
we kind of just picked that lower 48 side of things, right? With we looked at California. We even looked as far north as like Oregon. But then Arizona, we've been there. It's beautiful, but it's so hot. That's the other part. It's all beach, no water. Right?
For Arizona?
Yeah, it's just all sand. There's no water. It's just
yeah.
It's all
I mean, you have your couple lakes, but there's no like lakefront property.
You're baking in a basin. That's Phoenix.
So
then we moved down to New Mexico, and we
we never even considered New Mexico.
We didn't really consider.
He's from New Mexico, and I've been there. Don't get me wrong.
It's the land of enchantment.
Yeah,
however,
it's nice, but not.
I've been there, right?
Yeah, we want something new. We want an adventure for our kids. Where have we not been?
Texas, we're here now. Louisiana, we didn't really.
We never considered.
We kind of skipped right through Louisiana.
We have alligators, and heck no, I am not an alligator pond type of girl in the bayou, and that's Louisiana.
Okay.
So then you have Alabama. We never even considered Alabama, but just because not that
only place in Alabama that I've heard people going to that I would like be down to go to is like Mobile. What is that area?
Gulf Shores.
Gulf Shores. I've seen pictures and I'm like, if that's Alabama, I'm going.
So then we looked at the Carolinas. We looked at North Carolina, South Carolina. Big contenders.
It looked pretty nice out there. I would love to live on the ocean side of the Atlantic. That would be awesome.
So then we started truly thinking of what do we want? What have we always loved? And I came from, like, I was a river girl, and I love the water, and I love laying out, and I love the sun, and I just love hot weather. And I love the beach because I love water. And so we started looking at where we could be close to the beach because he loves water too. I mean,
beach, please.
You guys know Lewis loves his skateboard, and it would be his dream to ride his skateboard wherever he needed to be.
We were, I think, laying there one night, and Nicole said,
a couple of my friends post that they were somewhere in Florida. And then another one posted somewhere in Florida.
She's like, look at
these pictures. And another one.
And I'm like,
look at this beach. Like, look at this beach. And then I come to realize that they were all in the same location. And then now all my friends are going there. And even like last night, somebody was posting, and then another person was posting, and I'm like,
So we're gonna go.
we need to go there. So about a week ago, maybe a week,
Yeah.
we found a house online there, and we've never been there. Like,
Never sight unseen.
never been there. We've been around it, but I've never been there. And so we started looking at Florida. Rosemary Beach, Santa Rosa Beach. Is it
On the
east
Gulf Coast.
of Destin?
Yeah, it's east of Destin.
It's like the Panhandle. And the beach is gorgeous. You can get houses that are very close to the beach. And we just really started
$4
thinking,
million, but yeah, but really close.
I mean,
you could if you had $4 million.
yeah, the ones that are on the beach are $4 million,
they're
definitely out of
expensive.
the price range.
Yeah.
I told Lewis,
She's like, what if we bought a first and a second home? And I'm like, and she's like, well, what if we bought a place that was like on the beach, right? Kind of like the San Diego house, because we used to go out to California each year with her family. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's an incredible time. We got to do that again.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now it's parties in Florida, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, what if we bought the second home first, the vacation home, and we lived in there until we figured out where we wanted to buy? And I'm like, sign me the freaking heck up, because that was a brilliant idea. So
our kids are still little.
Oh, who would,
our kids are still little where they're all up for an adventure. They're down to move.
Oh,
They're
yeah, they're
absolutely excited to move. Like, they're like, we're going to the beach.
The
We're
kids
going to
are
the beach.
starting to play golf now, so
Yeah,
play
there's golf there. There's so much. And so I just started thinking, what if we buy a second home? All of my friends are going there. So in the future, we could turn it into an Airbnb if we wanted, or just keep it a second home. And we lived in paradise for a few years while we figure out, like, is this what we want to raise? Because we could get there and be like, this is where we want to raise our kids. This is it.
I'd like to figure that out.
Yeah.
While we're there.
But it's just like, we've never been in this situation in life, and we're down for a change. And
As ironic, and I'll pause at that because you'll get what I'm about to say when I say it without being said. How ironic is it that we feel the most free that we've ever felt in a time where our freedoms are the most jeopardized?
mm-hmm.
It is an interesting year, and I'd like to go back and look back at 2020 and think that it wasn't all bad, that it wasn't just, this negative time. We gotta, you gotta make the best of a situation that's bad.
Mm-hmm.
And so we don't want to boast or brag that we're going to this, beautiful, like, where everybody would want to live. The thing is we're reprioritizing our life, because it's like, do we really want to play the game that...
Well, we started thinking, because if you have ever been to this location on where we're looking, you don't get a lot of land. It's completely different than what we wanted even a month ago. It's
Look at the
completely
ocean.
different, but
There's nothing better.
there's the ocean, there is the bike rides, there is the golf carts, there
Year-round
is the
nice
golf.
weather. Oh.
There's so much that we're excited about. So we found a house online there. We did a virtual tour, and we love it. We absolutely love it.
Love the styles out there.
Love the styles
Totally
out there.
different from
Totally
out here.
different than Texas. Totally different. And most people would probably want Texas because you can get so much. Like, you can
Yeah.
get a lot of land.
A lot more house than you can
Yes.
out there.
Like, we're going to where
we might be cutting
the
our
average,
size in half.
yeah, the average house is half of what we have right now. But we've realized the size doesn't make you happy. We have this huge, beautiful house. We don't use half of it.
No, I disagree.
We do not. We do not use the media room anymore. We do not
Well,
use the playroom. The kids
up
don't
until
even sleep
recently.
in their bedrooms
Yeah,
anymore. They
up
sleep in
until-
our room.
For the first, up until this year, this year's been an exceptional year. we use the media room all the time. The kids all slept in their bedrooms. You know, really, my parents coming, you know, when you have an entire other
Family, yeah.
couple that comes in, it changes the way things are done. So really, we have been kind of regrouping since my parents left because things have been just a little bit different.
Getting back
The
to
kids,
what it. But you mean before your parents came,
Right.
they didn't sleep in our room.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't sleep in our room. But now we've allowed it to happen, and you know they're only small for
I know,
a
it's
short
like
period of
Lincoln
time.
will come up, get in bed, and then kick me in the face.
So we're definitely not moving our family into a smaller place to pack like sardines. Like we're definitely still looking for the square footage, so we're not like feel like we're trapped. But we know how much you can explore the great outdoors.
Yeah, the house isn't just, you know, that's just the shelter to me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always going to be happy with whatever we have, you know, good times and bad.
But we come to this kind of crossroads of our life that we're ready for a change. We're ready for something new. We're ready for an adventure. I think our kids are ready for an adventure. They're getting older. They want to do more things. And I want to be able to do things that are not just go to the movies. You know what I mean?
And my parents, we moved a lot, like every 3 years practically growing up.
I
And
didn't.
For me, I love moving because I have friends all over the place. And those memories of being able to experience, you know, Alaska was cool. Phoenix was awesome. That's where I met this beauty. So I can't wait to go to Florida, honestly.
So we're going.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Oh my gosh, my foot fell asleep.
I know, that's why I had to move. Let's wrap this.
No, hold on.
up.
I have to move it to the side for a second. So we're going out there tomorrow. We're leaving. We're driving there. It is drivable from Texas. You can fly there. You can
About
drive.
11 hours.
It's 11 hours, and we're gonna go check out the area because if we're gonna pursue this, we want to really see the area. That way we can do house showings that are virtual and know exactly where the house is, what's around the house is. We're gonna go see this other house that we looked at in person. If you guys watch tomorrow's video, you will see us touring the house in a virtual tour. And then us putting an offer in on the house. It goes for a crazy ride, but.
So what happened? Why are we going out there? Stay tuned.
So yeah, we're going out there to see that house as well. We're gonna look at new construction houses. We're gonna look at existing houses. We're just gonna get a feel
Houses
of.
on the golf course, houses on the beach, houses on the lake, and houses on the street. I just made that up.
Yeah,
We're not
so-
looking at houses on the street.
Well, all the houses are on the street.
So-
You heard us right.
It hurts so hard to laugh.
That is where we are going tomorrow. We're leaving
When you
and we'll
say
be
it-
back.
When you say it over and over, it just begins to sound weird. That is. Okay.
That is where we are going tomorrow. We're going for a couple of days and we're gonna make a family vacation out of it, get a little time away. The kids have been in quarantine for a while. We've been in quarantine for a while.
Lord knows.
Yeah, my kids are now getting in the car without shoes, getting to places, and I'm like, where are your shoes? And they're like, we didn't know we needed shoes.
I'm
We
forgetting
didn't-
pants all over the place. What's exciting
Yeah.
is that we're documenting this. And kids, you're going to look back at this in the future and you're going to say, wow, my parents were awesome. You guys are totally awesome. You're welcome. Dang it.
You're welcome. No, our kids.
We're making an adventure out of life.
They don't
Guys,
think
life
we're
is an
crazy.
adventure.
They're excited. They're excited to go to the beach, and we try to not show them too many houses because then they get their hopes up and then they start telling their friends about it over the internet, and they're like, hey guys, we're moving to the beach and it has this and it has that, and I'm like,
we didn't get that. I'm just kidding.
yeah, I'm like, we didn't get that house. Or, yeah, so we don't want to get their hopes up with everything, but we are actively pursuing to sell everything and move to the beach.
Yes.
Guys, we're crazy. We're literally crazy.
No, we're not crazy. We're just a bunch of fools doing a foolish thing called love.
So if you guys have any questions about everything that's going on, go ahead and comment them down below, and we will get on here and do a Q&A soon. So have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.
Ciao.
Why'd you kiss him?
I don't know. We hope you had a great day.
We hope you have a great night.
And remember,
It's always today.
it's always today.
Bye, guys.
Make it a good one.